Hello, my name is Rohan Kapoor. I am a QA automation engineer at Google. So right now I'm in a testing lab paid by the company, and in this testing lab we test Wi-Fi. I spent 7 years in the software space. I'm now in the network space. I'm learning a lot, but I'm still using the same software tools like Appium, Selenium, Cypress, Playwright. The list goes on in this environment across over 50 devices here we have in this lab. I'll showcase a few here, some mobile devices that we use. I use Appium for automation testing on across all these devices. And the purpose of this video is I'll show you how I run these scripts to exactly show you the value and to really showcase the dynamic nature and the adaptive nature that I am when it comes to software testing, whether it's hardware related or software related. I've done it all. So it really, I want to showcase my ability to utilize any framework that your company uses and build a strong, reliable framework from scratch, and not only build it up, but then maintain it over many years. So I'm going to showcase the cart here. Is actually an automation cart that I developed from scratch. So let me just adjust my camera here. Allow me a second here. Let it focus. Okay. So here's a cart that, like I said, I built. So right here is the PC that will be sending all the scripts to these devices here. Let me just turn this around here. To all these mobile devices here. Let's try to get a good angle here. Okay. So right now I just got some Android devices here. These are all the latest Android devices, ranging from the S8 Tab here, S22, A55, A54, Galaxy S24, Galaxy S22 Ultra, and the Galaxy S21 Ultra. This is just a small subset of the devices we have here. We have the latest iPhones, the latest Google Pixels. Actually, let me add that. Let me grab those real quick. So here we have the Google Pixel 7. Sorry, right here. And we have the Google Pixel 8 here as well. So just to showcase the variety of different platforms and versions that I can automate. We also have the OnePlus here, which is a unique device that requires a hidden API policy, which I've developed scripts for that. But just to showcase what I can do here, I'm going to start off with these devices. So as you can imagine, when it comes to a Wi-Fi experience test, the possibilities are limitless. And that's why I'm going to showcase a variety of scripts here. So we have a variety of different apps open on these devices. And I'm going to go ahead and run these scripts, and I'll show you what each one does and the use case for it. So let me go ahead and show you my camera here, my computer, I mean. Okay. So right now I'm going to start off with what I call this a no-sleep Wi-Fi disconnect script. Okay. And obviously it's going to be running on the S21 Ultra. So in a second here, there will be some output. And essentially it's working on this Galaxy S21 Ultra, as you can see here. So the simple use case of this script is to test Wi-Fi disconnect. So right now it's on the settings page, and as you can see, there's an SSID here of A-Home Wi-Fi. That's the network it's connected to. So the use case is that overnight, this script could run and could detect that A-Home Wi-Fi is still connected and will actually fetch all these network stats here and output it, as you can see here in the script. It's right here. Galaxy S21, Wi-Fi connected, the SSID, it's showing the variety of stats, the frequency it's on. and this runs indefinitely. So it'll run as long as I run it, and until I stop it, then it will stop. But it can run overnight. That's the use case for this script. And essentially, if this were to disconnect, it would actually detect it. So right now I'm going to actually manually disconnect. So let's say in a real life environment, the Wi-Fi is disconnected. This would disconnect, and this will actually be determined by the script. As you can see, Wi-Fi disconnected at this time, 6:01, right here. So, and now it's going to stop the output because there's nothing to detect. So now that output is no longer detected, I'm going to now, just so you can see a little bit better, I'm just going to now manually enable the Wi-Fi. So part of the use case of this script is that the auto reconnect is turned off. So let's say in a real life environment, if the disconnect were to happen, we need this script to detect how long that disconnect occurred. So right now I'm going to turn it back on, and let's see the live output. So as you can see, it says reconnected after 52.26 seconds. So it was able to determine that the disconnect was that, and now it's going back to outputting everything. So as you can see, a very dynamic and smart script that I developed here for this use case. Let's move on to the next script. This script does a very similar thing. It's called the Nest disconnect detection script, and it'll be running on the Galaxy S22. So let me go ahead and run this one. And these scripts are all running concurrently. So this one is still running. Now I'm going to be running this one. And in a second here, it will start the Appium session. And as you can see, it timestamped this live stream output. So as you can see here on the Galaxy S22 here, I have a Nest, what they call a Nest camera right here. This is the Nest camera, and this Nest camera is just streaming the live sort of camera view on this phone, right? So purpose of this script is very similar to this, where it's going to detect when this gets off the live stream. So here I'm going to manually disconnect the Wi-Fi. And as you can see on the phone itself, it will say you're not connected to the internet. As you can see here on this live output, the S22 was live streaming, actively monitoring, detected buffering at 8:04, 6:04, and then disconnected. And right now, what it's actively doing is it's actively trying to click try again. So it's actively trying to reconnect to the network. In a real life environment, that would be, it would go off the network for a couple seconds, but it's going to continue to click try again here, where try again is trying to connect. As you can see, I'm not tapping it. Okay. So now we're going to put the Wi-Fi back on and see how it responds. So now the Wi-Fi is back on. The Nest is loading. It's loading that back up. I'm not touching anything. And it's going to actually click on the live view again and then load up that live view. And then let's see how the script detected the disconnect. As you can see, it says reconnected after 66.41 seconds. The buffering was that long because the disconnect was that long. Essentially, you could subtract the buffering from the reconnected to determine the full buffer rate. Okay, let's move on to the next script. Here we have a blink disconnect script. Again, this script does the same thing. It's going to work on the Galaxy S8 tab. So let's go ahead and start this script. As you can see, the S8 tab just has a blank white screen, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little play button in the middle. So what it's going to do is it's going to click on that play button. As you can see, it says play button resumed. Click to resume the live view. And now the live view is in play. Okay. I know the lighting is a little bit bad. So let me put it here. Okay. So that's streaming the live of that Blink camera right next to my computer. Okay, so that's all it's doing there. And essentially, the way the Blink app works is that every minute or so, the live view will turn off and it'll go into sort of a break mode. And this, I guess, is part of the premium app. So you need the premium app to actually have continuous live view. As you can see, there's a continue button here. So this is part of the use case of the script where it's going to now click on this play button. As you can see, it went into this play button view. So the script will actually click on that play button on its own. Every 30 seconds or so, it's going to be actively checking for that button and clicking it. So just in a second here, there will be another click attempt, and then we'll click on that for it to go to live view. As you can see, play button clicked to resume live view, and now the device is back on live view. Again, same idea. If it were to go off the network, I'm not going to showcase that. It will detect the amount of time it took for it to disconnect. So let's move on to the next script. We're going to get into more Wi-Fi experience-based testing. So here we have a Google Play script. Now this Google Play script is going to detect the download speed of an actual large app, a game app. So better to show you what it actually does here. So I'm going to click run. Let's run maybe, let's say, so actually I have to run it first. So it's going to run. It's going to actually ask me enter the number of download attempts per device. So I'm just going to say 2 for now because we're just running it on one device on the S22 Ultra. So I'm going to click run. Let me go ahead and go ahead and show you what it's going to do on the S22 here. So as you can see, it searched up the app. Now it's downloading it. And as you can see in the live output, the current progress of the download speed is being outputted and fetched here. So it's very fast, as you can see. That's probably a better view. So 23%, it's outputting that live, essentially, download rate. And the use case of this script is essentially it will determine the megabytes per second and export this into an Excel file. So let's say I wanted to run 10 trials across 10 different devices. It would do so in order of the JSON file and then create a neat Excel spreadsheet for each one, which I'll actually display here in a second. So we're actually going to let that script just run on its own. Let me run some more scripts here. This one, again, is going to run for the Galaxy S24. And this is a YouTube-based script that's actually going to detect some stats. It's called the Stats for Nerds on YouTube. And it's actually going to fetch that and output it here. So right now the S24 is on, and as you can see, it has some stats here. And these stats essentially, one second. It's a little bit hard to see, I know. My camera's not the best. Okay, there you go. So there's some stats there. Latency, audio format. And so it's outputting it essentially here on the script, and it will do the same concept. It will export this to a Excel file. But as you can see, the bandwidth is there. The stats are all there. The latency is being outputted. So the use case of this would be to see, okay, when exactly is the latency going extremely high? Because this is outputting it every second. Well, every actually 3 seconds it's outputting it. And this can be run indefinitely. So the last script I'll show here is a speed test script. So let me go ahead and run this one. And this will run on the Google Pixel 8 and all these other devices back here. So this is Ookla speed test, is a known good speed test, reliable for Wi-Fi. See how fast your network is, essentially. So as you can see, it's already running on the Google Pixel. It's essentially clicking that go button, and then it's going to render the download speed. So the download speed was 575, and the upload speed was 130. So as you can see, the script just recognized that. It internally is logging these speed tests, these results, I mean, the download speed 575, upload speed 130. Now it's going on trial 2, as you can see. So the second trial just finished, and as you can see, it logged it and it actually saved it to the Excel results page for Ookla. So I'm going to go ahead and showcase you what that template actually looks like. So go to Excel, Ookla speed test results, Pixel 8 results. So as you can see, it outputted those results here in a neat spreadsheet, and it gave me the average time. So I could have ran 100 trials and would have done the same thing. So as you can see, 575 here, 130, 608, 136. These are the results from just today, December 20th at 6:13. And it gives you the average results here. So pretty much a lot of these scripts do that. If I were to stop this script manually, yeah, it would output that to another template. So let's say for the Google Play one, we can see that one here. The S22 Ultra. And as you can see, it gave me the download speed of that 3.4 gigabyte app, of this app right here, whatever this app is, Asphalt Legends. So I could have ran 10 trials and had it run, concurrently, and given me the average at the end as well. But for this, I just ran one trial. Okay, so that concludes the video. That's just a showcase of the scripts and what I can do here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it showed you that I am a very adaptable tester. Thank you.